Hey guys, a very good day to you all. In this video, we are going to understand covalent character in ionic bond. And then we will understand the factors due to which there is a covalent character developed in ionic bond with the help of Fajans rule. Okay, so let's start with this video. Now to understand these topics, you must first know what is electron cloud density. So guys, let us assume this to be a nucleus. Now we all know that electron moves around the nucleus with great velocity, and due to this we cannot find out the exact position of electron around the nucleus. But we can at least find out a region where the chances of finding an electron is high. Now what is the meaning of this? Can you see guys, we have shaded a region over here. This shaded region indicates that electron will be present somewhere in this region. Okay, so this region or this shape that we get is called as electron cloud. Okay, now what is the meaning of density? Now guys, can you see over here, we have a dark shading. Dark shading indicates the electron cloud density is high. Now if the electron cloud density is high, which means that the chances of finding an electron is greater over here. So wherever the density is high, at that place the chances of finding an electron is high. Whereas if you look over here, here the density is low, which means that the chances of finding an electron in this region is low, therefore the electron cloud density is also low. So in other words, if I say that electron cloud density helps us to find whether an electron will be present, it helps us to find the probability of electron present around the nucleus. So guys, I hope you have understood the term electron cloud density. Now, to understand the covalent character in ionic compound, first we must understand how an ionic compound is formed. So we will quickly understand how an ionic compound is formed with the help of formation of NaCl. Okay, so we know that in a sodium atom there is one electron present in the outermost energy level. So as you can see over here, in the outermost energy level there is one electron present, whereas in the chlorine atom there are 7 electrons present in the outermost energy level. And according to the octet rule, there must be 8 electrons present in the outermost energy level to become stable. Therefore, this chlorine atom requires 1 electron and this sodium atom does not require this 1 electron. So the electron present in the outermost energy level of sodium is going to get transferred from sodium atom to the chlorine atom. As you can see over here, that electron has transferred to the chlorine atom now. Now due to this, what happens is that the sodium atoms becomes positively charged. Why does it become positively charged? Because now it has 11 protons and 10 electrons, which means that it has now 1 proton more than electron. And if one proton means what? 1 positive charge. Therefore this Na becomes Na plus now. Okay, so there's a positive charge on sodium atom now, and there is a negative charge on the chlorine atom. Why is a negative charge on the chlorine atom? Because it has 17 protons and now it has taken 1 extra electron, and now the electrons have become 18. Therefore it becomes negatively charged. Now guys, what you need to pay attention over here is that the positively charged ion, in this case it is Na plus, but in general the positively charged ion is called as a cation. What is called? It is called as a cation. And a negatively charged ion is called as an anion. So please fix these two terms, cation and anion. Positively charged ion is called as a cation and negatively charged ion is called as an anion. Now guys, can I say that in an ionic compound there will be a cation and there will be an anion? Am I right? In every ionic compound there will be a cation and there will be an anion. That's all that you need to keep in mind throughout this video. Okay, now moving ahead, let us understand how covalent character is developed in an ionic compound. So I am going to explain this with the help of only one figure over here, one image over here. See, do not consider this image, just neglect this figure. Okay, now this dark blue color which you can see, let me zoom it. Yeah, this dark blue color which you can see is nothing but the nucleus of the cation. This dark blue color is the nucleus of cation, and this red color is the nucleus of anion. And this pink color, guys, this pink color is the electron cloud density of the cation. Now I hope you all know what is an electron cloud density. Okay, electron cloud, or in other words. And this cyan color is nothing but the electron cloud density for the anion, outermost energy level electrons of the anion. Let me repeat myself again. This cyan color represents the electron cloud density of the outermost energy level electrons in an anion. Clear with this term? Now, as we all know that this cation is positively charged. Am I right? The cation is positively charged and this anion is negatively charged. So due to this, what happens is that the cation being positively charged is going to attract the electrons, outermost energy level electrons of the anion. It is going to attract the outermost energy level electrons of the anion. And due to this, can you see over here, there is a shift in electron cloud density. Can you see over here? The electron cloud density has now shifted towards the positively charged cation. As mentioned earlier, guys, it is going to attract the electron. Now since the electrons are attracted, then it is obvious that the electron cloud density is also going to shift towards the positively charged cation. Now guys, due to this, what happens is that the electron cloud of anion gets merged with the electron cloud of cation. As you can see over here, there is a merging that is taking place, and this is known as polarization of anion by cation. Clear with this term? And due to this, what happens is that due to the polarization, what happens is that there is a covalent character that is being developed in ionic compounds. Now what is the meaning of this? Some ionic compounds behave like the covalent compounds. They show some properties similar to the covalent compounds. So as I hope you have understood the term covalent character in ionic bond or covalent character in ionic compound, as well as you have understood what is polarization of anion by cation. Clear with this? Now, you might have observed a difference between this figure and this figure. What is the difference over here? Here, the electron cloud has merged more, and since the electron cloud has merged more, therefore here there is greater polarization that is being taking place, and here the electron cloud has merged less. Therefore here there is less polarization that is being taking place. Okay, now greater the polarization, greater will be the covalent character developed. Less the polarization, less will be the covalent character developed. But how will you get to know whether there is less polarization or more polarization? This depends on 4 factors that we are going to understand ahead. The first factor is the size of the ions. So your cation must be as small as possible and your anion must be as large as possible. Now depending on how much small is your cation and how much large is your anion, the covalent character is going to vary. Now why is this factor mattering? Because when cation is small, the density of positive charge present on its surface is more, and since the density of positive charge present on its surface is more, therefore it can easily pull the electron clouds of the outermost energy level of anion. And what happens if the anion is large? So when the anion is larger, the outermost electrons, here the electrons is missing, the outermost electrons experience less pull from nucleus and hence they can be easily distorted. Now why do they experience less pull from the nucleus? Because obviously the outermost energy level electrons are away from the nucleus. So more your anion will be larger, more will be the distance between the outermost energy level electrons and the nucleus. And as far as they go, they will experience less pull from the nucleus and hence they can be easily pulled by some other cation. Clear with this? Now, we will understand this better with the help of an example. So, the question says, find out whether LaCl is more covalent or whether LiCl is more covalent or NaCl is more covalent. Now, first of all, we must find out the cation and the anion of respective ionic compound. So we know that the cation of LiCl is Li plus and the anion is Cl minus. And for NaCl, the cation will be Na plus and the anion will be Cl minus. Now, what must be the condition? The anion must be as large as possible. But if you compare the anions are both same. They are having Cl minus only. So the size of the anion for both the ionic compounds is same. Now the second condition, what is the second condition? Tells that the cation must be as small as possible. So when you compare the cation Li plus and Na plus, what you find out is that the size of Na plus is smaller than Li plus, and this is what we require. Less the size of the cation, more will be the polarization, and more will be the polarization. Therefore, we say that NaCl is more covalent than LiCl. So I hope you have understood this example. If you have not understood the example, please rewind the video and watch it once again. Not full video for this example only. Okay. Now, moving on. The second factor, that is the charge on ions. So greater the charge on either cation or anion, greater is the covalent character. Now why is it so? Because I have explained this point earlier also. If the charge on the cation is more, if the cation is more positive, then easily it can pull the outermost energy level electrons. And if the anion is more negative, then it will obviously experience less force from the nucleus, and therefore it will get easily distorted towards the cation. So again we will consider an example to understand this. So the example says that between AlCl3 and NaCl, we need to find out which is more covalent. So first of all, our first job is to find out the cations and anions. So the cation for AlCl3 is Al3 plus, for anion, and the anion is Cl minus. For NaCl, the cation is Na plus and the anion is Cl minus. Clear? Now, we need to compare the charges. First of all, let us compare the charges of anion. Cl minus 1, it has minus 1 charge. Here also the anion has minus 1 charge. So it doesn't matter. But here if you compare the cations, the cation has Al3 plus charge. Here in AlCl3 it has 3 plus charge, and here in NaCl the cation has only plus 1 charge. So guys, can I say that AlCl3 will get more polarized because the charge on Al3 plus is more than the charge on Na plus, and as a result we say that AlCl3 is more covalent than NaCl. I hope this was a simple example and you have understood this as well. Now the third factor is the electronic configuration of the cation. Now this is something that you need to understand. Okay. Now a cation with outer electronic configuration of the type S2p6d10 possesses greater polarizing power as compared to the cation having outer electronic configuration S2p6. Now we will consider an example to understand this. So the example says that between CuCl and NaCl, we need to find out which is more covalent. Okay, so the first job is that find out the cations and anions, but here we want to find out only cation because we need the electron configuration of cation only. Okay. So here in CuCl the cation is Cu plus, and the electronic configuration of Cu plus is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10. Now I have purposely highlighted this. I will explain you all why. Now in NaCl the cation is Na plus, and the electronic configuration of Na plus is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Now here in Cu plus, which is the highest energy level? 3 is the highest energy level. Am I right? We have first energy level, second energy level, and we have third energy level. And in the third energy level, the electronic configuration is 3s2, p6, and d10. So we are having s2, we are having p6, and we are having d10 also. Whereas in NaCl, the outermost electronic configuration is Na plus. Sorry, in Na plus, the outermost electronic configuration is the second energy level, and the second energy level electronic configuration is s2 and p6. It does not have d10. Therefore, in this scenario, CuCl will be more covalent than NaCl. Now, why is it so? Why do we require this electronic configuration? Because if you consider this Cu plus, here it has d electrons. This d, 10 electrons. Therefore, the d electrons of H2, P6, D10, in our example it is Cu plus configuration, provide less shielding effect. As you all know, the d orbital, d subshell electrons present less shielding effect, and due to this, the effective nuclear charge in a cation having S2, P6, D10 configuration is greater as compared to the cation having S2, P6 in the outermost electronic configuration. Clear? Now, the fourth one is the dielectric constant of the medium. Now here you will be learning dielectric constant in depth when it comes to physics. Okay, here you just need to keep in mind that dielectric constant is inversely proportional to the extent of polarization. Greater the dielectric constant, less will be the polarization, less will be the covalent character. Less the dielectric constant, greater will be the extent of polarization, greater will be the covalent character. And the reason behind this is because polar medium having high dielectric constant has a tendency to weaken the electrostatic forces of attraction existing between the ions. Therefore, in polar medium, the ions get separated and no polarization takes place. That is the polarization favored in non-polar media which have low dielectric constants. Clear with this? So these were the four factors due to which there is a covalent character that is been developed in the ionic compounds, or you can say in the ionic bond. Now, let us come to our main point, that is the Fajans rule. Now, what if I tell you all that we have already understood Fajans rule in this video? We have already finished studying Fajans rule. Fajans rule is nothing but the sum of all the factors that we have studied up till now. So according to the Fajans rule, covalent character is more if the cation is small in size and the anion is large in size, which I have seen already. The cation has more charge and the anion has more charge. And the last one is electronic configuration of outer shell of cation is S2P6 and D10. So guys, if you have liked this video, then please do not forget to subscribe to our channel and go check out my channel for more interesting videos on chemistry and physics. They might be helpful for you all. And guys, thank you for watching this video.